thoughtful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Anita Khan.
Good morning. Welcome to Radio Cayman's Business Buzz. It's a beautiful day on the outside. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning to Miss Susan. Susan is holding it down this morning. And this morning we'll be putting the focus on the Business Buzz. We're putting the focus on the Family Resource Center, FRC. The topic is Honoring Women Month, and we're talking about all the events. Good morning.
Good morning.
Our guest in the studio is Anne-Marie Gray Diaz. She's from the FRC, and she's the program coordinator.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I've got it right.
You got it right.
Got it right. Anne-Marie, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here. This is always a nice change of pace instead of going straight into the office. It's lovely to be here with you.
It's great to have you in the studio. Now, Anne-Marie, in case there's somebody out there who's listening and does not have any idea about what the FRC is about, can you give us some background on the Resource Center and the primary objectives?
Sure. So the Family Resource Center is one of the agencies that fall under the Department of Counseling Services. And our main focus is supporting parents and families towards their goals of being the healthiest, happiest families that they deserve. And so we do that in the form of individual parent coaching. We also have many different groups that fit various family dynamics and needs of the families of the Cayman Islands. And then a big part of the work we do as well is our campaigns, which will focus on various themes that we think are valid and important in our community.
So you have international, you honor Honoring Women's Month.
That's the one that's coming up. Yeah.
It's a big one. And then you
biggest,
have International Women's Day, International Men.
We have International Men's Day, so we focus on both genders.
You don't have a whole month, right?
Well, we might as well, because when International Men's Day comes, although it falls on November 19th, in our usual kind of fashion, when we're doing campaigns, we usually like to take the whole month to make sure that we're meeting the theme of that particular campaign and then the needs of the various people that might benefit from various things.
Well, just tell us a bit about the core programs that are offered through FRC.
Yeah, so our co-parenting program has shifted to being called Family Transitions. This falls under our Triple P programs. Triple P stands for Positive Parenting Program. And so our Family Transitions cohort focuses on families that have gone through separation or divorce, and they want to make sure that their child or their children aren't caught in the middle. They're being supported through that transition, even if the transition has been a long process and they're not newly separated and divorced, they can still benefit from the program. And it's lovely because you get 8 weeks, 5 of which are in group. You're alongside other families that are going through similar struggles. So you don't feel as alone or isolated. You feel like people understand what you're going through, that there's other families to relate to. You can make new friends, which is really nice as you're going through something that can be incredibly challenging for you and your co-parent. You can attend it together if things are amicable, or you can attend separate. So we also do it individual as well, because we have families that also just, work shift and find it difficult to potentially come. So 5 of the 8 are in group alongside your peers, and then 3 of which are individualized. So we're talking to you about what you've just learned, the various strategies and things on just how to communicate better, keep things, as civil as possible, treat one another almost as business partners, because at the end of the day, no matter what's happened on the romantic side, you both have a duty and a responsibility to your children, and that can be really tough, but with support, it's not impossible, and that's what we're there for.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Partner.
Well, yeah, yeah. We talk. We say think of one another as cooperative colleagues. Because it's still there's still that partnership that needs to take place
Especially if you
to
have children.
effectively parent. Yeah, and so it's not easy. No one should ever say it's easy. And sometimes, even if you think you have a handle on it, it's really nice to just fill some tools in your parenting toolbox. And so we're actively taking registrations now. So if this is something that sounds like you could benefit from it, I would go ahead and apply with us. You can go to our website, frc.gov.ky, or email us, frc@gov.ky. And we're also very active on our social media as well.
Okay. And you have a telephone number, of course, right?
Of course, 949-0006.
Okay. Now, Anne-Marie, so you have other programs too, like SNAP. I remember SNAP.
Yeah, so we do have SNAP coming up soon as well. The particular cohort we're going into in April will be focused on girls. So we've provided SNAP service for a very long time, and we've only done one girls cohort because it's a gender-specific group. And typically boys will get referred to it because they're the ones maybe externalizing behaviors more. We're seeing, those behaviors manifest a bit more than we might so in girls. But SNAP is also designed for girls. And so we're excited to be recruiting for our second girls cohort, which will start in April. And so we're looking at girls between the ages of 6 and 11 that are maybe getting in problems and issues at school, academically, socially, behaviorally, and as well as maybe parents are struggling to really find the appropriate way to support their daughter in their behaviors. So
they come to you as a referral, or
they can.
parents can
They
just
can.
follow up?
Schools can refer, or various agencies can refer families that they think would benefit. But most of our referral pool, I want to say, are self-referrals. So that's parents just saying, I'm noticing this, I need help with this, I don't know what else to do, I've tried everything, kind of thing. And that's when they come. And so, yeah, it's good to start early too, though, right? To prevent as much as possible. But SNAP is very preventative too, because yes, you might be seeing maybe even extreme behaviors, but by the time the 13-week program has finished, you have just gotten it's enriching experience of information as a parent. And then your child is constantly practicing those SNAP skills, which all has to do with self-control, problem-solving skills, learning how to cooperate with others, all really important and essential life skills for
And you
those
said from
girls.
ages 6 to
6 to 11.
11.
And then once we have a proper pool, we'll narrow that down between closer age group. But that's what SNAP looks at, between 6 and 11.
Okay, so what are the other programs you have?
Gosh, we have so many. We have so many. And what I tell people is just, if you feel like there's some way you feel like your family could develop a bit further, or there's some way we could, as a family, be happier and healthier, just come to us, because at the end of the day, if there isn't a particular program that meets your specific unique needs, we can work with you individually. So that's a big part of the work you do. And even if you do just come to us for a particular group, you still get assigned a parenting practitioner that is specifically for you. So you get to really narrow down on the goals that you want to work on, and we support you with that. And we have an incredible team of professionals that are well trained, that have loads of background in working with families in different capacities, but as parenting practitioners, they have a wealth of information.
And this is all a free service, right?
Completely, like government funded, no matter what your immigration status is, insurance status, your employment status, none of that matters. I think some misconceptions are, you have to be Caymanian, or you have to work for government, or you have to have particular health insurance, but that's all incorrect. If you're a parent, or you are directly in parenting or caregiving to a child or children in the Cayman Islands, then you are someone who can benefit from our services.
Okay, that's good to know, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have people out there who are probably listening and they go, well, is this free?
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. Or
you know,
or is this for me? Do I really qualify? If
exactly.
you're parenting, so you could be a step parent, you could be a grandparent, but you have direct involvement in raising a child, and you can see there's some areas where yourself, your family members, your children can improve, and life can be healthier and happier. Boom. That's where we can come in and support you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Marie, we're going to take a break first.
Sure.
I want to say thanks to our sponsors this morning. Cayman Insurance Center celebrating 50 years of service to the Cayman Islands and Ruland's Real Estate. Thank you so much for coming on board and sponsoring the Business Buzz. Susan, we're going to take that quick break. And Marie, when we come back,
Yes,
we're going to
ma'am.
look at the month of March,
Yes.
honoring women.
Women Month. Yay.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance,
or protecting your family's household investment.
from our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center.
Specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise
at
Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Real estate decisions have a major impact on your life and work. A home may be the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Office space is the second highest cost after staffing. For savvy property decisions, a trusted advisor is vital. Ruland's reputation is built on that trust. Data-driven and fact-focused, Ruland's harnesses 25 years of experience and the latest market intelligence. We analyze every opportunity in the context of our clients' best interest now and in their future. For important real estate decisions, contact me, Sloan Ruland, and my team at 938-1000 or info@rulands.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
The Rotary Central Health Check, Saturday, March 2, 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. 5 locations: Costuless West Bay Road, A.L. Thompson's Georgetown, Savannah United Church Hall, Foster's Airport, and the East End Civic Center. Free blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, hemoglobin, mouth cancer screenings, healthy weight assessment, free medical consultations. Rotary Central, creating hope in the world.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the People's Station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach. Business Buzz. Business Buzz with your host, Anita Khan.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Good morning if you're just joining us. Thank you so much for doing so. We have in the studio from the Family Resource Center, FRC, Ms. Anne-Marie Gray Diaz. She's a program coordinator. Anne-Marie, March is an exciting month for myself, for Susan, because it's our birthday, right, Susan? I'm telling all Susan's secret out this morning.
Yeah.
And it's your mom's birthday,
It's
too.
my mom's birthday
So,
month. Yeah.
It's an exciting, Mr.
It
Jimmy
is.
in Northside and people we know.
Okay.
It's an exciting month.
It's a popular one. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
Yeah.
you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you.
yeah, Pisces.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Fish
yeah.
sign, right?
Fish sign. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. The stubborn sign. No. Two fish going in different direction. Never make up their mind, right? That's me. Now the theme for International Women's Day 2024.
Mm-hmm.
What is that theme?
That is, so we say hashtag inspire inclusion.
Okay.
And so we're going to learn, I think, throughout March what that really means, because I think sometimes we think we know what inclusion means. I'm still learning myself. But what the International Women's Day have released, because that's an international platform, they say, when we inspire others to understand and value women's inclusion, we forge a better world. And when women themselves are inspired to be included, there's a sense of belonging, relevance, and empowerment. Collectively, let's forge a more inclusive world for women. And so I would say, I think I myself and many women, we feel very fortunate in terms of where we are at now. but I think there's still room for improvement and conversation. And I think we're still obviously talking about these things because we're not at maybe the place we want to be just yet. And so we're very fortunate that on the special day of International Women's Day, which is March 8th, we will be having Miss Desiree Phillips return as our keynote speaker at our, which will be a gala this year. We've never done a gala before, and it's really exciting. So, of course, that's evening.
What is your first gala?
It's our first gala because we've done brunches and breakfast,
right.
but never such a formal event. So it's really exciting that ladies get to put on their
So there's
lovely
no breakfast this year then?
no breakfast,
Okay.
but you're going to get a lovely
Last year you had
3-course
the
dinner.
breakfast.
Right,
That
that's
was
right.
awesome. Yes.
That was wonderful, and
I was there.
that speaker, Miss I remember you were first in line. I remember that before we even set up. Miss Anita was there waiting for us, and
was nice.
that was fantastic. And so Miss Desiree Phillips, I mean, she's just a phenomenal speaker, and she's formally she's an equity consultant and psychologist, and so she gave us so much rich information. And I left feeling like we need more. Like, I mean, it was fantastic, but like, how do we do this? It felt so big what she was sharing with us about equity, and so of course inclusion and equity. They're partners in a way. So her coming back to continue that conversation is really exciting. She's just, and she's very down to earth, humble, beautiful woman. And so it's so nice to just be around her as well. And she's actually joining us for an extended period. She's going to give 3 separate workshops as well.
Okay.
And they're on related topics to inspire inclusion. But I'll share with you right now what they are because they're all free, by the way, the special workshop she's
So
giving.
while you're looking for that, Anne-Marie, the gala will be on the 8th, of course,
on
March
the 8th. Yeah, we start at 6:30
at Kimpton. Okay.
And our tickets are going at $150 per person, tables of 10. The early bird rate has finished, so we're sticking with that. But it's going to be something you don't want to miss, not just with our keynote. We're going to have dancing. We're going to have live entertainment. We have the silent auction going at the same time. And just, being around other women, men are welcome too. But of course, it's Women's Day. So it's all about, celebrating women's accomplishments and thinking about how we can continue to progress. Yeah.
So the workshops are held?
The workshops. So we have the exciting gala, really kind of starting with a bang with our campaign. And then Miss Desiree Phillips is taking lead on setting the stage for equity workshop. It was actually a really good turnout last year. So she's continuing that conversation completely free at the Loft between 1:30 and 3:30 on the 11th.
Is that a free event?
Free event.
Okay.
And then the 12th, working with the Tapestry of Identity and Experience workshop, again at the Loft. And that's a morning one, 9 a.m. to 12.
Also free.
And then also free. And I'm really hoping I'm working all of these so that I get to learn more myself. But one I'm especially interested in is on the 13th, reimagining self-care session with the Ubuntu philosophy. So that's an African philosophy. And we're going to hear a little bit more about that and how we can maybe think differently about how we currently think about self-care. And again, that's at the Loft, 9 a.m. to 11:30. Now, if this is a lot of information for listeners, you can still go, to our website, look at these dates. We're going to be releasing that on our social media this morning as well. So you'll have all those dates. And all our registration links will be found on our website.
Your calendar's there already.
Right. Yo, you got it. There you
Pulled it
go.
up this morning.
Good, good. Yes, it's on our website already. And so definitely take a look through. I would say, especially if you're a girl or a lady, come to as much as you can and really soak it all up. I'm very fortunate to work with the Family Resource Center, so I get to attend a lot of this anyways. But I think, really take advantage of all the offerings that we have. It's fantastic.
I see you've included, have you always included girls in the month as well?
Oh, yes. We always include girls in some way. The way in which we're doing that year are in a few different ways, actually. We have the Inspire Her Women Inspiring Girls Conference. That's going to be for school-age girls on the 9th. So that's the Saturday.
Okay.
That's going to be at the Vault, which is just under the loft. That's a part of the Compass Media building. Between 12 and 5. And so the main aim with that is having women that are in various roles, particularly STEM, that are there to support young ladies that might not have otherwise maybe been exposed to those areas, but have an interest in it and are just kind of at that stage of, like, say, year 9 and 10, thinking about where do they want to go career-wise? And, we don't have to go into traditional roles. If we want to, absolutely. But there's so much more that we can do. And this is a great way to, I think, expose young ladies to that and to broaden their horizons and not just think that there's only a few things that they can do. Yeah. So that's really exciting. But we also are looking at women and girls football tournament. That's going to be on the 23rd in the morning, and that's another Saturday. And we're continuing our STEM Girls Camp just as Easter starts on the 30th of March. And so we're going to be in partnership with Cayman Enterprise City. That's a half-day camp for young girls, and it's just again another great way to expose girls to various fields and to socialize with other young ladies that they might not see at school. It's fantastic. And then we're not forgetting our Cayman BRAC. I could be here all day probably talking about all our events, but we're also going to the BRAC on the 20th. Okay. And we're going to be offering Empower Her workshop to school-age girls there in Cayman BRAC. And we're keeping it intimate to about a group of 30 girls that can really benefit from just learning about healthy relationships, preparing them, as they go into womanhood and adulthood. So those are just a few ways, but there's so many more. I mean, and we can never forget about our parents because, of course, that's our focus. So we're going to be doing a Raising Her Confidently parenting session, which is a lunchtime webinar on March 18th. So I know this sounds like loads of information and loads of events. I just like listening.
It's a packed month.
It's a packed month. And I'm just honestly scratching the surface with what I've just
because on the 24th you have Color Me Purple, the 5K walk run.
Yes.
That's another biggie.
Absolutely.
For the events, right?
That's one of our staple events. And it's just an exciting one. You get covered in the purple powder. And you're alongside, again, women and men coming together to celebrate women and in that fitness realm as well. But of course, you want to just come and walk and be with us and have a little breakfast after. That's going to be at the public beach starting at 6:30.
And of course, you'll be here on Radio Cayman on Talk Today with Sterling. Talking,
that's right.
Discussing various topics, especially equity and inclusion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's so much more. So just keep your eyes peeled on our social media and our website. Stay in touch. There's so much more.
You've got a pop-up market as well.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be our third one. I've been coordinating that, and I'm really excited to do that again. I love to.
That's in March.
Yeah, 2nd. That's one of our first ones. So March 2nd, we're going to be at the Paseo at 10 a.m. Alongside just fierce female-owned businesses, right, that have their products and their services on display. And so that's really exciting. We have a few rejoining us. Body Treats, etc. is going to be there. We have Jazzy Cakes coming. Chasing the Sun is going to be there with all their beautiful products.
Jazzy Cake, you said?
Jazzy Cakes will be there. Yeah. I end up
never heard about that one.
Yo, really?
No.
Yeah, they've been around a few years. They'll do a wicked cassava cake. They'll do special, gourmet cakes for birthdays and so forth.
Need to have them on the bus to talk about Jazzy Cake, Susan.
Yeah, you should. That would be great.
Jazzy Cake.
Yeah.
Now, how can women register for the? Are you still taking registration for the pop-up market?
I might be able to squeeze in a few more spots.
Okay.
But yeah, so they can always go again to our website and register. When in doubt, you're not seeing anything, you can always email us at frc@gov.ky or give us a call. But yeah.
How about volunteering opportunities?
Oh gosh, yeah. I think our volunteer support really helps us to make this happen because, we're a wonderful team, a tiny but mighty team, but again, tiny. And so having our volunteer support is essential, especially with some of these key events like our sporting events. We do a baby supply drive at Foster's, which is so helpful to just have extra pairs of hands with that. So yeah, if you're interested in being behind the scenes with us and volunteering, that really fills people's cups. I see volunteers walking away from events just smiling and laughing and just feeling so full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Anne-Marie, how important is it to not only highlight women's accomplishments, but also to address gender-specific issues affecting women?
Yeah, I mean, it's essential because if we're not continuing to have those conversations, then we're dismissing a whole group of people and the various things that impact them, right? So I think, we sometimes think just about the professional world, but it could be just, you as a wife or a mother in the home, and what does that look like, and how do you maybe want to shift things? Are you happy with the way things are, or do you want to see change as well? And if you ask girls and women what they want to see, they'll often tell you what they wish, and it might be just greater opportunity for different roles. It might be being considered, it might be the way in which we communicate with our male counterparts, just various ways that we can start to shift things. And we talk about men and boys and things that impact them in the year as well. So we never just, neglect or focus on one gender, right? It's important that I would say men and boys are just as much a part of the conversation too. So if there's men listening or fathers too, that want to be a part of what we're offering, they want to actively take part in the events as well. They want to volunteer, whatever. I think that's really the way in which we support one another. We progress, right? I mean, during International Men's Day, I see just as much women involved in supporting that cause as well. So, and that's necessary. We need to support one another. It can't just be kind of a women against men sort of attitude. It has to be that we're working in partnership together to make sure that we both have kind of that equal footing. But I mean, we say equal and fair, but I also like to talk about equity because it's about your needs might be different to mine, and that's okay. How do we make sure that each of us are
Have
kind
what
of
we need.
right and are as successful in the area that we want to be, whatever that might be.
Oh, we can talk all day, Anne-Marie.
I think we could.
But I know we have to let you go. So, where is the Family Resource Center located?
Yeah, so right now we're 87 Mary Street on the second floor of Apollo House West. This is the same building that Work occupies,
Right.
WORC. But we will actually be moving in April, just down the road to the old Applebee's place, Clifton House.
Okay.
So we're just moving down the road. So we'll still be within, town and accessible through the bus service and all of that. So I think parking is always the biggest thing when it comes to town, but we're easily found. We're just a call or a drive away. And I think, when in doubt, reach out and see how we can maybe support you and how you could be a part of the campaign. Yeah.
Now, most of your workshops are held at the FRC office.
Most of them are held at the office.
Your regular workshops, that is.
Yeah, regular workshops are typically held, but we aren't, chained to those tables.
Okay.
And so if we need to, if we're better serving our community at a different location, we will come to you. So there's been times where we've been, partnering with DCFS. Ms. Vanda Powery is the Community Development Officer for West Bay. And so we've been, constantly kind of going back and forth in how to increase our reach there, increase our reach in other districts. And so we will come to you. You don't have to just necessarily come to us. And so also we do presentations. So we're often out of the office at schools and various agencies.
The ladies are always busy.
Yeah.
Staff, your team is always busy.
Yeah, we got to meet the needs of our people, right? Yeah.
Okay, Anne-Marie, before I let you go, anything you want to recap this morning, especially
I think
Honoring Women Month?
Absolutely. I think, reach out when it comes to any goals that you have for your family. You could be proactive too. It doesn't have to necessarily be issues that you're experiencing. Reach out to us at frc@gov.ky or go on our website, frc.gov.ky. And when it comes to our program, our Honoring Women Month campaign, we have our staples, our Color Me Purple 5K. And this is our 25th anniversary. So I can't believe I didn't say that earlier.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry,
congrats.
but it's our 25th anniversary celebrating Honoring Women Month. And so it is, and I think that speaks to why our calendar looks as rich as it does, because we want to make
Every year
sure.
you keep adding a couple.
Yeah,
more,
we keep adding or just developing and improving it, because we recognize that we want to just meet as many demographics as possible too. And so this is our 25th anniversary. So if you're going to get involved in any year, this is the year to certainly do it, or to revisit it if you haven't kind of taken part in a few years. Now is certainly the year. It's going to be a wonderful year. Loads of events that meet various demographics, girls and women. And it's going to be most of which are free.
Yeah.
Most of our events are free, but some staple events are fundraiser, like our International Women's Day Gala. That is definitely.
And the walk run is that?
And the walk run is a fundraiser. Okay. But most of it is free because we want to just make sure that that people don't have any barrier to attending.
I'm looking at the calendar and I see the ones I'm picking out mentally.
That you want to come to? Great.
We got a Soca Beach fitness session.
Oh, that's so much fun.
On Sunday,
so much
3rd
fun.
of March.
That's so much fun. Yes. We're going to be on the public beach. School of Fitness takes lead on that. And if you're a fan of Soca or just being, in a group, getting fit and having fun, that is a great one to
7 in the morning.
7 in the morning, we get early, get you up. If you want to go to bed right after, you can, but at least it gets you just feeling good, feeling pumped, and a great start to the month.
On the 21st, you have Women in Music.
Yes.
Bingo night at
night.
Salty's.
We've done that a few years now too. That's one of our fundraisers. It's free to attend, but you're open to purchase raffle tickets and have fun with the actual activity of bingo. But we'll have various prizes, one of which will be a 2-night stay with Moritz. So you can take part in the raffle and just have some good food and enjoy the company of others. Bring your family. It's a nice family kind of environment there. Okay.
And you have I have to talk about this one. You have a health webinar on the 27th of March.
I'm so glad you brought that one up. I was speaking with my colleague yesterday who's taking lead on that one, and it's fascinating because I've been reading about it as well. But the way in which your gut and your brain are connected, it's actually fascinating, and it actually will promote mood, improve mood if you're eating certain things, I know bacteria doesn't sound very nice, but we do have healthy bacteria that we need in our gut. And so it's making sure that there's that balance of hormones and healthy bacteria. And it's just fascinating with just the, simple little things of nutrition can impact your health. And your mental health and even skin conditions. It's fascinating. And I've been reading about it for some time, but I'm definitely going to be attending because I want to learn some more from some of those experts that she's going to have.
It's a webinar, though.
It's a webinar. It's a webinar, so it should be fairly easy.
And
for
you'll have
people
all the
to just
details, how to join.
Yes, ma'am. So it's going to be on Zoom. It's a lunchtime one to make it easier because sometimes people just want to go home after work. We recognize that. So we're trying to keep some of it to lunchtime as well.
Okay, so you can have your lunch by your desk and watch
learn
their health
and
webinar. Yeah.
improve your health. Why
Awesome.
not? Yeah.
Awesome. Anne-Marie, it's been a pleasure having you in the
Thank
studio this
you,
morning.
Miss Anita.
And just before you go, I keep letting you go and I'm bringing you back because we don't want you to go, right? Because you got so much to talk about. Location again and some contact details.
Yes, ma'am. So 949-0006 or frc@gov.ky. Go to our website, frc.gov.ky. We're active on our social media on Instagram and Facebook, so you can always check us out there, see what's popping up. And we are located at 87 Mary Street, the second floor of Apollo House West, where work is. But like I said, we will be moving, not till April, to the Clifton House. So something to just keep in the back of your mind as well.
Anne-Marie. Ms. Anne-Marie Gray Diaz from the Family Resource Center, Program Coordinator. Anne-Marie, thank you. Thanks to our sponsors, Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 50 years of service to Cayman, and Ruland's Real Estate. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. And of course, thank you to all our listeners, YouTube viewers, and producer of The Buzz, Ms. Susan Watson. We'll see you again, God's willing, on Tuesday, February 27th, when we bring you another Business Buzz. In the meantime, please stay safe and have a wonderful day. From me, your host, Anita Can. Goodbye.
Real estate decisions have a major impact on your life and work. A home may be the biggest purchase you'll ever make. Office space is the second highest cost after staffing. For savvy property decisions, a trusted advisor is vital. Ruland's reputation is built on that trust. Data-driven and fact-focused, Ruland's harnesses 25 years of experience and the latest market intelligence. We analyze every opportunity in the context of our clients' best interest now and in their future. For important real estate decisions, contact me, Sloan Ruland, and my team at 938-1000 or info@rulands.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Attention Cayman Brac customers, it's time to connect to pipe water and tap into savings. Save money with a lower rate than trucked water. Take advantage of a waived connection fee until the 31st of December 2024. Plus, being connected to pipe water means you don't need to buy bottled water, reducing the plastic waste at the landfill. Contact Water Authority today to access a reliable source of pure, wholesome, and affordable drinking water straight from the tap.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services.
Also brought to you by Ruland's. For your important real estate decisions, contact Ruland's today at 938-1000 or info@rhulens